Hello, I'm Janae Tibshirani with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, Greece has defied its international creditors, refusing to cut pensions or ease layoffs to meet their demands. This has dimmed Greece's prospect of moving towards securing desperately needed financial aid. Chinese investors and immigrants are throwing money at houses across the ditch. A Credit Suisse report shows they spent nearly $9 billion on residential property in Australia last year. This is 60% more than the previous year and is worth 15% of the national housing supply. The Chinese are expected to pump another $60 billion into the market over the next 6 years. As for Chinese stocks, Stanley has downgraded their value for the first time in more than 7 years, saying the market has become expensive. The number of Americans filing new claims for unemployment benefits has held near a 15-year low, a sign the labour market is strengthening despite moderate economic growth. Overnight, all eyes will be on the US non-farm payrolls report, which is also expected to show employment growth. The outlook's similar in Europe. The employment rate among 20 to 64-year-olds increased for the first time since the financial crisis in 2014. At 69.2%, the employment rate is inching closer to its 2008 peak of 70.3%. Polling in the UK general election has closed. It's neck and neck, but the Telegraph's latest poll puts Labour slightly ahead of the Conservatives. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year benchmark remains at 2.21%. After spiking earlier this week, the US oil price has fallen to $59 a barrel, while Brent crude has dropped to $65 a barrel. The gold price has dipped to $1,182 an ounce. The New Zealand dollar starts today slightly lower than yesterday. It's fallen to 94.4 US cents, inched up to 94.2 Australian cents, and dropped slightly to 66 euro cents. The TWI is down to 77.8. Over the last 3 weeks, the New Zealand dollar's fallen 3.3% against the US, 4.5% against the Australian, and 7.4% against the euro. The TWI is 4.7% lower. I'm Janae Tibshirani, and that was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.